Hi guys, welcome back to a new video on Charlie's Football Channel. This is the review of the weekend's games in the Championship. I'll be doing this as a weekly review. Obviously I'm going to do a review of the Carabao Cup games in midweek as well, as most of the Championship sides are playing. I do want to know from you guys if you want me to continue sort of the League 1 and League 2 content, looking back at their games as well. I'm happy to do that, that's not a problem if you guys want to see that. Obviously, again, for those that are wondering, the pop-ups I normally have, I've had to get rid of them at the moment because the program that I use has a watermark at the front across here, and it's advertising, and I've had things from YouTube to say that unfortunately that is unsponsored advertising, so I've had to remove it, hence why the videos are me, as my phone goes off. Right, guys, so we're going to start in the Championship. The first game of the weekend was on the Friday, and that was between Watford and Middlesbrough live on the television. Now, that game finished 1-0 to Watford. It was a very entertaining game. I did watch it while watching Ben's watch-along. Yeah, it was entertaining. Middlesbrough could easily have got something from that game, but in the end it was Watford through Cathcart that won the game for them. That did originally put Watford top, but we'll go through the most pointless table as we go through this in a moment, as my phone keeps annoying me. Right, so Barnsley versus Luton. Now, Barnsley, they wanted to get off to a good start here, but it actually finished 1-0 to Luton. Luton taking the lead in the 71st minute. So a little bit of a late goal there for Luton, but it's a brilliant result for Luton. It's what they needed as the season starts. It's always good to get off to a win, I should know. You know, you don't want to be chasing your tails too early on, but that's a really good win for Luton. Now for Barnsley, obviously their next game gets a little bit tough for them as they're away to Reading, and we'll come on to our result in a minute. For Luton, obviously they are at home to Derby County, so that'll be an interesting game for both of them. No idea what my phone's doing. So, looking at this, that leaves Barnsley in 15th. Obviously, as we said, the table doesn't really mean anything at the moment, and Luton are in 6th. So, Birmingham City at home to Brentford. Now, obviously, pre-season, a lot of people had Brentford as title favourites. Obviously, one game doesn't mean they're not going to win the league. You can lose games and still win it. But obviously for Birmingham, that's a great win because obviously they were one of the sides that people were predicting to finish in the lower aspects of the table. Again, winning that first game doesn't mean that they won't, but it is a good first 3 points for Birmingham. That leaves Birmingham in 5th. Obviously, Brentford in 16th. For Birmingham, their next game, as I have a look at they are away at Swansea, and Brentford are at home to Huddersfield Town. That's next weekend. So, and the winning goal for Birmingham was in the 37th minute from Bella. So, Bournemouth versus Blackburn wins the prize of most entertaining game of the weekend. 5 goals. And it really, really could have gone either way. But credit to Bournemouth again. You know, another side that people were saying, yeah, they're not going to be able to cope in the Championship. We worry for them. Blackburn were one of the early season sort of favourites for maybe a playoff place, not automatics. And fair, Blackburn looked really good. You know, they didn't deserve to lose that game, which is a good reason. There's like another 40-odd to go. For Bournemouth, that's a huge result. It's a massive result for them in a way. It just dusts off the cobwebs and gets going. So, goal-wise, Bournemouth have taken the lead on 25 through Stacey. An equaliser in the 42nd minute from Blackburn through Johnson. And then it is then it is then Bournemouth that go 2-1 up on 53 through Lerma. And then come back Blackburn at 2-2. In the 73rd minute. I believe that's Aru, but I may have said that wrong. And then back over to Bournemouth to get the winner in the 84th minute from Benjama. So brilliant. It's a great entertainment for the Championship and a good advert for the Championship as well, which is what I was saying all along. So that leaves Bournemouth in 4th and Blackburn in 13th. Blackburn are at home to New Boys Wycombe next, and Brentford. Oh no, not Brentford. Bournemouth. Sorry, Bournemouth are away at Middlesbrough. So interesting games there. So Bristol City 2, Coventry City 1. Again, a really good result for Bristol City. Coventry have taken the lead in this one. And they've, fair play to them. And then Bristol City have come back and have won this game by 2-1. So really good result for Bristol City going forward. Bristol City find themselves in 4th. I swear that's where Bournemouth were. Let me get the table up. It's the fun of live recording. You don't always know what's going on. Bristol City are 4th. Bournemouth are 3rd. So we'll just correct that there. Not that the table really matters at the moment. Everyone's top, really. They won a game. So there we go. Coventry, obviously, in 14th in that wonderfully, pointless table on the first day of the season. So we move on to Cardiff City versus Sheffield Wednesday. Now, this is the game that I'm voting as result of the weekend because nobody, I think, would have given Sheffield Wednesday a chance. There's 12-point deduction. A lot of people have said that they aren't going to do it. Well, that's 3 points off. They're down to -9. So fair play to them, and a really solid win away at Cardiff. And not many teams are going to go to Cardiff this season and pull off a result. So that's a really good result for Sheffield Wednesday. That puts them in 24th, still obviously on -9, but fair play. And Cardiff in 21st, but again, it's the most pointless table you can bring out, but you have to bring one out. So they did. So, as I grin, Derby County 0, Reading 2. To be honest, I couldn't be more proud of the team. Not because we've won, but because of the way we won. Derby is not an easy ground to go to. They are a difficult side to play. They are going to be up there come the end of the season. That doesn't matter. Yesterday's result means nothing. They will be up there. We probably won't be, but that's a really good start for us. It's what we needed. It's a clean sheet. It's two great goals for Zhao and Ejaria. Zhao's looking really good this season. Not getting my hopes up too soon, but he's starting to look like the player that we missed last year. And hopefully he can continue that. And Ejaria, he is just pure class. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with that result. And that brings me to a tweet that I was given that they said that every time Reading win this season, I would do this on camera and I'd have a drink in honour of my team. You ours. So every time that Reading win a game this season, I will drink on camera. Not planning on doing it too much, probably. All jokes aside, but no, nothing against Derby County. Fantastic, team. Like I said, they're going to be up there at the end of the season. It's a one-off result. It doesn't mean anything. But as a Reading fan, my new kit is coming. It's here tomorrow. So the next video I do, guys, I will be sitting here in my new home kit. Really looking forward to getting that. But yeah, it's a good start, and that's all it is. It's a good start. Not getting carried away at all. We had a good win against Colchester in the Carabao Cup. A good win against Derby. Now we go on to play Luton on Tuesday or Wednesday night in the Carabao Cup with a chance to play Manchester United in round 3. And then obviously we go to Barnsley. So Barnsley come to us on Saturday. So that's another really good game for us. And for Derby, they are, as I said, they're away at Luton. So it's ironic. It's that we take on Luton's opponents and Luton take on ours. So yeah, that it's going to be interesting. What I was happy with, the new manager came out and said that Reading played really well, and I watched the game on iFollow because I can't go to the game. But no, we played some really nice football, some little passing around, a little bit over passing at times, not a lot of penetration from either team. But it was an attractive game of football to watch. Like I said, Derby County threatened. They played some really good football. The result flatters in a way because Derby were a good side that day. But yeah, I've probably spoken about our game far too much. That leaves Reading in second, behind QPR, and doesn't matter at the moment. And Derby, that leaves them in 22nd. But like I say, it's the most pointless table in the world. So once again, Reading, you ours. So moving on. That tastes so nice. For those that are wondering, Kronenberg. So, moving on. Huddersfield Town versus Norwich City. Now, two teams that have got an interesting season coming up. Norwich obviously being relegated from the Premier League. Everybody was sort of wondering how would Norwich get on. And to get that late winner was really good for them. It was a goal in the 81st minute from Indar. I've probably said his name wrong as well. I'll blame the alcohol. I'm not that much of a lightweight, but we'll blame it anyway. For Huddersfield, it's not the start they wanted, but again, as I've said, it's game one. Let's not get carried away yet. No one's ever been promoted or relegated or made the playoffs in game one, so it's all good. So that leaves Huddersfield in 17th, Norwich in 7th. Next round of fixtures, Norwich, they are at home to Preston. And for Huddersfield Town, it's a trip to Brentford's new stadium. They'll be the first visitors there. So, Millwall versus Stoke turned out to be a 0-0 draw. Not a lot to say about it, really. Millwall, I've got high hopes for. I think, like I said, they're a really strong side. Stoke, we don't really know too much about just yet. But that result doesn't really help either team, and they're 11th and 12th, respectively. So Preston North End versus Swansea City. 1-0 to Swansea. This game finished. A goal for Swansea in the 53rd minute from Gibbs White. Positive things there for Swansea. They are a decent side. Obviously, they made the playoffs, as we know, last season. And they'll be backed to do that again or better this year. For Preston, obviously, it's not the best start, but teams... For example, Reading lost 3-1 at home to Plymouth in 2005 and went on to win the championship with 106 points. So the first game of the season isn't always as bad as it seems. But it's not nice to lose your first game, I understand that. So Queen's Park Rangers versus Nottingham Forest. And Queen's Park Rangers have won by 2-0. And due to the alphabet, the QPR are top of the championship in weekend one, and obviously it counts. Your team's top of the league. Okay, it's game one, but hey, if Reading were top, if we'd got a third goal and we'd be top, I'd be celebrating too. So fair play to QPR. Like I said, any sort of rivalry aside, fair play to them. They're top of the league, game one. 2 goals for them in the 54th minute and in the 90th minute from chair to sort of sit back in your chair and relax. That was a poor joke. So for Nottingham Forest, it's not the best start after everything that happened last year, which we won't keep going on about. So they needed to get off to a good start. They haven't. But the good thing about the Championship, there's always another game. Bringing us on to the other games. Nottingham Forest next weekend, if I can find them on my bit of paper, are at home to Cardiff. And QPR are away at Coventry. That's on the Friday. That'll be the live TV game on the Friday night, Coventry City versus QPR. So that'll be interesting. So guys, that wraps up the first weekend of the Championship. I thoroughly enjoyed the opening weekend. There were some interesting results for the teams. Fair play to Rotherham. One of the 3 promoted sides got their first win. Good win for Bournemouth as well. And some interesting wins there for Reading and for QPR. And Luton getting their 3 points as well. So we move on, guys, to the Carabao Cup second round. I will be doing that preview for you guys soon. Let me know in the comments how you feel your team did. If you're a Reading fan, a Derby fan, if you're a fan of any other Championship side, or even if you're not, and your team, you'd like me to do a review of League One, League Two, or even the Premiership, let me know, of course, in the comments, and I shall. One quick thing, guys, the draw for the giveaway, it's already been done. The winner is on the video. Guys, I'm still waiting for that person to contact me. You know, your money is here. It's waiting for you. Please let me know. Please contact me to let me know that you've seen the video, so that I can send that money to you in the post, please. It's very important. I'm trying to contact you myself as well. So guys, thank you very much for watching. All the best to your team on Tuesday or Wednesday night. And take care, guys. See you soon.